Alright, you've waited and waited and waited for this moment. And I'm glad you did wait, and if you had waited for this long, I applaud you, because I am a cheap bastard even when it comes to video games. But I finally got Poland. I finally got Poland. I finally got to test it out, and I cannot tell you how many times I've lost before this point trying to get to Poland in a free-for-all. Because okay, so again, if you see my channel, you'll know that free-for-all is my testing ground. This is the area where I test new things out, where I get a new country, and they get a new unit, I just go wild with that specific unit, because it's a good practice run. So that way when I go into ranked or some sort of tournament, I'll know, hey, this is how you use it. This is the combat scenarios you can use it for. This is all the good stuff. And I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it, guys. I'm sorry. It took so many attempts. It took me like 9 attempts to get to Poland and use the units that Poland had in actual combat. Like it really did. It was hard. It was really hard. And what made it harder was the fact that all the good Polish units that I wanted to try out were IR2. So I just made it more hard, because the only units you can actually make in Poland IR1 is the Ulan and the Tankit KS variants, not the KD. And you could get the Stone Mine, but you needed you could use the Stone Mine, you could use the other tank traps, but yeah, all the good units that I wanted to use were IR2. Now, again, when I do test runs, again, you guys all have seen the Polish rushes in team games, where people rush IR2 Poland, get the KDs variants of tanks, and then just go in the back lines and immediately obliterate everyone, and then get the Ulans with the grenades, and then just run straight through enemy lines, tossing grenades everywhere. You've all seen that. But you don't come to my channel to see what you've already seen. You come to this channel to see what you haven't seen. And I am pleased to announce that I use every single Polish unit and structure in this game. in this round, yeah. And I'm very excited to tell you that I really do not like Poland in free-for-all. It is one of the worst countries to use in a free-for-all match. I'm sorry, guys. It really is. It's such a dog shit country when it comes to free-for-all. It really is a dog shit country in free-for-all, or 1v1 for that matter. I haven't tried out in a 1v1, but I know it is from how I've played in this. So, as you saw before, I took out this guy real quick, and now I'm taking out this guy. I run in with the spears, he comes in with his spears. The fight goes on. I go in, kill a bunch of his workers. All the good stuff. Again, standard stuff. But one thing I changed is I get a bunch of Legion. And you're gonna see some real shit happening here. Watch these Legionnaires just not even. They're just gonna. They're not even gonna sweat. I have how many legionnaires? 16 legionnaires. Let's see how many die before I kill this dude. Oh, there's one dead. 15. Okay. From the looks of it, 15 legion. I still have 15 legionnaires, so that means one legionnaire died in all of that. One legionnaire died in this attack. And I get more units to support too. But yeah, I get a really nice army here. Look at that, 15 legionnaires, 17 militia, and 16 archers. That's pretty good in my opinion. I actually get a reinforcement army of legionnaires here too. So right here, look at that. I get another. Let's see. Oh no, I still have 15. I have 17 militias and 34 archers this time, so I have more archers. But I still have all my legionnaires. So I go ahead and decide to send my legionnaires to red. Now, luckily for me, is I didn't realize that red had was busy attacking in purple. And then he just turns around when he realizes. Oh yeah. These legionnaires do work. I can tell you that much. Like he tries to put them in the towers, but they just immediately just get destroyed. I even sent some militiamen over here to go and destroy this, his little area. I realized he has a bunch of units coming in, so I decided to pull back a little bit, and then my archers do their thing, and I decided to push on with legionnaires. And again, the legionnaires are just tanking through everything. Look at that. One legionnaire died from a siege unit, but otherwise the rest, survived. From all the other attacks too. Freaking even squad is having some trouble with these legionnaires. Let's see the difference. Let's see. Squad does 15. Legionnaire 15 also. 10 average armor thickness. And 8.8 average armor thickness. So squad is definitely better, but I still put my money on the legionnaires because their attack speed is way faster. Okay, I still have some legionnaires over here. I decided to go ahead and keep pressing the attack, but again, these squad are they're not cooperating. They're not dying when I want them to. Then again, they are being attacked by militiamen, so, can't have everything you want. And speaking of which, militiamen are really good units. Just like have not only as reinforcements, but also just to like buff up your ranks, because they really can do a lot of damage. I've actually won fights with just militiamen, not even lying. And look, he spawns militiamen himself to bolster his ranks. Yeah. And I realized, he has this area over here. I decided, go ahead and then launch my own attack. Look at that, slaughtered. I get Cossacks too. I really do love Cossacks. They are really, really good. Now, I try to destroy this stuff with archers, but archers are, again, they're not really good at destroying structures, so I decided, I'm just going to destroy this warehouse real quick. I tried destroying this tower with archers, but it just took way too long, so I decided, I'm just going to constantly launch raids at him. But then I realized something over here. So I realized that purple or I guess I'm purple. Light purple was also attacking red. And I was like, oh no, I can't have that. I can't have, purple come and attack red. Red is my kill. I can't have this. So I decided to launch my own attack against purple and destroy a bunch of his shit. Now, unfortunately, he has a bunch of longbowmen. So, yeah, I can't do too much damage, but I do some. I do a lot. I do some. Cannot speak today. I tried to just chase down the Rams, but the Rams were just ignoring the. They're just shrugging off the damage they were like I was doing. So they were just. It took so long to destroy one Ram, and this one's not even. This one's only like half health. Look at this. Look at this mass units. Oh my god, man. That was just mainly militiamen, too. A lot of militiamen, damn. But yeah, militiamen are really good at just buffing up your ranks. Anyways, I finally made it to Poland. Yay! I finally made it to Poland. After so long, and guess what? I can only use one Polish unit, and that's the fucking Uhlans. Not upgraded, that is. But one thing I do get is I get some grenadiers. Because I really do love grenadiers. They are the perfect Russian substitute. Because if you can't get Russian grenadiers until IR2, well, might as well just get some regular medieval grenadiers. Unfortunately, again, he has a lot of units because of just the sheer amount of militiamen. Now, militiamen, grenadiers are not good at all at close combat. They don't have a lot of health. They only have 60 health and a 1.6 average armor thickness, which is not a lot at all. Militiamen have more armor thickness than grenadiers do. And as you can see, they're being damaged quite a lot. Now, luckily, the grenadiers, their volley fire themselves, the sheer amount of fire I'm doing to them is enough. But look at this Ulan. Look how much damage these Ulans managed to do. They killed so many squad. And right here, you know, all his militiamen die because, you know, they're militiamen. What do you expect? I go ahead and take I take my grenadiers and decided to just slowly march up because I didn't know if he had more units just hidden somewhere, but also because I was focusing on trying to keep these guys alive. So, yeah, that too. But also because my economy was being shot. The food was being shot. These Uhlans are crazy expensive. Their food is just not worth it. Their food is just, it costs 250 food. 250 food. That's worth 2 Russian soldiers right there. I still place my money in the Russian soldiers in these fucking Uhlan. Hell, I place my money. That's worth. The grenadiers are worth more. Anyway, I got sick of this guy, so I decided to just finish him off. Done and done. Red is done. Oof. That it really was a pain to kill all these guys. But I don't like Poland, guys. I'm sorry, I just don't like Poland. I'm still gonna try out anything else you guys want, but Poland is just insane, guys. Now I do like I said before, I do use all the Polish units. But right now I had to focus on my economy and focus on what exactly it is I'm needed to do. Because did I need to, you know, make troops? Did I need to make units? Did I need to, or I'm sorry, not units, workers? Did I need to make buildings? I didn't know what to do. I really did not know what to do. I did not want to do the standard, get a bunch of KDs, rush the temple, destroy it in a single shot. No. That's not what I do when I test units. When I've seen something 1,000 times on Team Deathmatch, you're not gonna see me do it again. You're not gonna see me do it in a free for all. No. That's not how it happens. That's not how it happens. What I do here is I try out every strategy that could possibly, or that I could think of at the moment, and just given the circumstances, and I try to just see if it can work. So I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna sit back and wait until I can get IR2. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna bombard this. I'm just gonna bombard purple. Meanwhile, I decided to take all my grenadiers and put them in a steamboat and go after green right here. Just launch my own attack and see if it works. Unfortunately, the attack was straightforward. This guy had a lot of Russian soldiers. Not as many as I thought he would. I thought he would have. I thought he would have more units, but yeah, no. Anyway, I realized right here that I let this light purple. Where's this with pink? Actually, I think this would be a pink. Yeah, this is pink. Well, I'm just gonna say pink. I let pink live on too long. I really did, because he was France, and I'm sorry to say this, but Poland IR1 has literally no anti-armor except the howitzers. They really don't. So I was using KS's to try and destroy these. Now luckily I have a plane, so I wasn't doing too good. It was doing about 1/4 damage per hit. So I had to think fast. So I decided to upgrade these KS's into KDs just to get the the anti-armor. And I started to get also a lot more Ulans to get the grenades real quick, and then just spam those guys out to try and destroy these French tanks and push Pink back, because Pink was he was being very annoying to me. I didn't like him. Now right here you do see me use the classic mass KD strategy, at least at first, because I just want to try it myself, and it really has downgraded. They really did debuff these variants, but they are still really good at destroying buildings. So there's that. But so I have 8 KDs here, and they're still taking a while to destroy stuff. It took 3 shots to destroy the 1 factory. Anyways. I go ahead and, again, like you saw, I destroy the factories, destroy his metal production, because I know he has no metal except that what was here, and his mines. His mines are important too. So I decided to slowly just mass my troops and use the standard KDs, but I decided to not go straight for his temple. Instead, I decided to slowly move up. And send some Ulans in the back just to launch, just bring his forces back, destroy his houses, destroy whatever it can while the KDs are keeping his front lines busy. You know what I mean? So while his back lines are being torn apart, my front lines are still moving forward. Because as you saw, he had to move his French tanks back because I was aiming for his houses. And once his population is gone, it just he won't be able to produce anything else. Right here, again, I slowly move up. I'm just letting them do their thing. I really do not care about these KDs. And I'm kind of hoping they die. I just want to do a bunch of damage, let them die. So that way I can try out the other units. Now, again, the Ulan are really good with their grenades. I mean, duh, they're basically like Russian soldiers, but on like horses. That's really what they are. But an IR-1 is just, you know, just basic cavalry, really. Right here, you know, I finished this guy off, destroy all his stuff, blah 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 blah. And then I realized this guy is backed into a corner, so I was like, hey, you know, I could use this. You know, this is a perfect opportunity for me. To try out some amphibious tanks. Yay! And also to try out these saboteurs. Because I really want to try the saboteurs. I really want to try out the saboteurs. Now, I learned two things though when I did use them. And one is the saboteurs really weak and cannot be used at destroying enemy structures unless the enemy has literally no turrets or towers in their bases, or any form of like aerial unit, because the only thing that can spot a saboteur is anything that is air or any towers. But other than that, the saboteur, like this, if they're spotted, basically the saboteurs are spotted because they are invisible. If they're spotted, they are they're useless. Your best bet is to drop all your bombs that they're currently carrying and pray to God that something just drives over them. Anyways, as you saw right here, this one just immediately got spotted because of this. He was just within range too. Look at this. The workers tried to destroy the bomb, and they immediately got destroyed. But luckily, I got smart right here, and decided to quickly run up, plant some charges, and they have like a 10-second timer. And as you saw, it took out the dock. So yeah, there's that. But again, I did have some trouble because, yeah, right here. So again, they got spotted. So I decided to drop all the bombs to destroy, you know, try and destroy something. And I did manage to destroy this barracks. So again, I tried to do something new and try to go all the way around, like all the way this way, hoping that maybe that, you know, the tower wouldn't spot them. Maybe. But as you're gonna see shortly thereafter, look at this. As soon as they get in range of this IS-2 immediately just spotted them. Now, once they get out of the range, they're no longer spotted. Yeah, but you really have to baby these guys. Look at this. It was just this one that was spotted, but the hit killed all three of them. Now, I don't know if anti-aircraft guns can actually see invisible units, but I really wanted to try it out. I'm sorry. I really wanted to try the saboteurs out. So I did learn, you know, right here, these machine gun towers. Yeah, if you're fighting a Polish guy, just place a bunch of machine gun towers around the area. I really want to try out the saboteurs not inside the enemy base, because you know how a lot of people have, like, you know, their army just sitting here, like right here. This would have been a perfect place for a saboteur to be. It really would have been a perfect place. Saboteurs could have walked up. There's no towers, so they couldn't do anything. Walked up, placed a bunch of bombs, and immediately just booked it, and like half this army would have been destroyed immediately. But right here, I decided to build a bunch of dragon teeth. Now these dragon teeth take a long ass time to build. They really do. Look at this. I have 5 workers on this one, and it's still taking a long ass time. The Dragon Teeth really are just. They're basically just the anti-tank hedgehogs. They just cost material. That's it. They still like honestly the anti-tank hedgehogs are faster than building this. Anyways, I decided to launch an attack at him, but unfortunately, for me, he had grenadiers, and so these these KDs weren't they didn't last very long. So yeah, Russia definitely trumps Poland, I gotta say. Russia really does trump Poland. But yeah, but that was it for the saboteurs. You saw I destroyed my steamship because there was no point after that. But I do get more saboteurs. I do get more saboteurs. Unfortunately though, they are almost immediately killed. I don't know what killed them. Like, I don't know if it was the range of the balloon. Like, hold on. If I use that, fog of war. Oh, I can't. Oh, no, that's Goon. Hold on. Goon. So, yeah, hold on. Yeah, fog of war. So this was just his fog of war. So it was, yeah, so definitely the balloon can also spot them. Okay, interesting. So that's how he was able to spot my units, my saboteurs, was the fact that my saboteurs went into the range of balloons and they could see them. So that's interesting to know also. So saboteurs can be spotted by balloons, although I kind of already knew that. I just didn't want to admit it. Again, I still have more saboteurs. I decided to keep them in the back, so just in case he breaks through the front line, I can just send the saboteurs in, just out of range of everything else. But yeah, right here, as you saw, I have a bunch of, I have 3 layers. Well, technically it's like 2 layers. But right here, as I promised, some amphibious tanks. I launched a full-scale assault right there. Unfortunately, he quits literally right when I land them, which I was sorely disappointed about. But we can still watch the carnage. I have to say, so Polish units, they are very good at serving their purpose, but I have to say Poland is really more of a support role than it. Well, I'm sorry, no, that's a lie. It's an aggressive role. No, it's an aggressive. It's an aggressive / support role. I have to say, it really is. It like all their good units is IR2. It has a lot of anti-infantry potential, so it definitely would be good against China in the beginning. But especially with the KSs, the tankettes, the KS Friants with the machine gun, and then the Ulans to chase down the mounted guardsmen. So definitely Poland is a good counter to China. But you need a lot of time and space for Poland. So I have to say I would say it's an aggressive support role. Yeah, I would say that. It's not that great of a country. I have to admit, guys, trying this out, Poland is not that great of a country. It definitely has a lot of potential. It definitely does, and I will not say anything bad about, the strategies, especially with just, the one strategy of just massing up Ulan, sending them on the front line to destroy stuff, and then having the KDs, the tankettes, the KD variants just rocking up, just one-shotting the temple and then moving on. There's that. But to use any of their other units in a 1v1, yeah, but again, you would have to fight someone who goes Asia. And I feel like Poland, it would also be good on like a semi-water map. Like the one I'm playing right now, this is like a semi-water map. There's still lots of land, but still quite a bit of water. So this definitely was a perfect map for Poland to play with. Because it gives Poland a chance to use amphibious tanks. Plus, it's kind of narrow, so that way it's good to use the Ulans and other tankettes and all that other good stuff. So there's definitely that. I just realized this looks like a hook, kind of. Yeah. Anyways, my thoughts on Poland. I would give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, so that's fair for Poland. It's definitely a 7 out of 10. It has a lot of good units. Don't get me wrong, it has a lot of good potential units. But you need a lot of space and time to do anything effective with it. You also need to get IR2 to use them, to use the specialized units. So you really do need a lot of time and space. The Ulan are good, units, but honestly, Red Devils, like if you went Russia, you could do the exact same thing with you can do the exact same thing with Russia, honestly, because the Ulan and the Red Devils, they're basically the same. I would say Ulan are slightly better because they do have more, I guess, health. But the Red Devils, in my opinion, are still better because they're not only cheaper, definitely, they're way cheaper than fucking Ulan, but they're also faster on the attack and can quickly destroy stuff like that. So they have high damage, low health, whereas Ulan kind of had higher than average health and high and just medium damage. So yeah, there's that. Well, I got a lot more amphibious tanks than I thought. The Saboteurs, a lot of potential, but they should be. You really have to find your targets. Like maybe if you find some workers that are out and about, just scattered out, like maybe they're like some over here, then yeah, a Saboteur would be an amazing unit to have. Or maybe if you the enemy base doesn't have any towers on this side of their base, then the Saboteurs would be perfect for that too. Destroying a bunch of structures and then escaping. So yeah, the Saboteurs do have a lot of potential, but I have yet to try and find good targets for them. A lot of my targets so far in this video, they have towers and it's straight shot to their base. So there's that. So I really have to try the Saboteurs more often and see how they're more definitely used. In more strategized scenarios, more tactics. KSs, I got nothing to say about the KSs. They have good anti-infantry potential in the beginning, and then they're good anti-armor next. Amphibious tanks, really good. They're really slow in water, although I wouldn't expect anything less, really. But they are perfect for sneak attacks. I really have this because yeah, they're really perfect for sneak attacks because you don't need a steamship. You can just get a bunch of amphibious tanks and just have them slowly move silently through the water and just come up behind your enemy lines if they landed here. But perfect just to annihilate your opponent. So yeah, the amphibious tanks, again, a lot of potential, but they have to be used properly. And they need to be used for like a semi-water map, because if you don't have like a semi-water map, it basically takes away half of their abilities, because they don't have high damage. They only do 90 damage. which is same as the Tankettes. And the only difference is the fact that they can travel on water, really. So they're literally the same thing, with more armor and can travel on water. So yeah, my thoughts again: 7 out of 10. A lot of potential, but you need a lot of time, which is something you don't have a lot of in War Selection. So yeah. Tell me what you thought I could have done differently, because I did try to use every unit, but just things weren't working out the way I wanted it to. But yeah, if you enjoy this video, leave a like, comment, and I'll see you all next time.